Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I will talk about my dream. The future is a wrong vision that we imagine because it happened to us in the future. Some people so organize their future even from the age they can have a decent life later. Some others don't even have to bother thinking about the future because their future is a legacy from generation to generation. For example, entrepreneur. But there are also those who just let their life flow away. In fact, everyone must have a map of their life goal so that they know where this life will end up. And now I want to tell about my future dream. When I was sitting in elementary school, I didn't know what my goal was, what my dream was. When I was in 6th grade, I started to leave my habit of playing out, and I wish always to be and learning to achieve my dream of entering my favorite junior high school, namely SMP 1 Sukoharjo. And my day in elementary school stay a little bit. I was always cautious and I was always focused on the subject. Every morning there is an extra hour for the national for the UN, and I always follow it with pleasure and sincerity. The day I have been waiting for, the day has come, which will determine the purpose of my next life. Explaining the exam, I asked my parents for blessing so that I glow, get good grades, and enter junior high school one. And those days I pass happen. It is time for the announcement of the UN that our parents are expected to attend school. After the announcement, I was a little happy that I was ranked 5. But after registration was open for junior high school, one was not happy because I saw that my score was still lacking to enter junior high school 1 Sukoharjo. Then I entered junior high school 2 Sukoharjo. During registration, I met many of my friends from the same village and new good friends. I made a lot of new friends. The atmosphere was very exciting. And I started trying to be enthusiastic again, even though I could go to junior high school one. Surely good plan in the best plan for me. I was in junior high school too, studying seriously. I was friends with my friend. It turned out that my friends were very funny, and I realized that behind all this there must be a reason. I go to school using an on-rail bicycle. The distance from my house is quite close. I always leave early in the morning until I arrive at school. There are no students who leave the I always leave early in the morning until I arrive at school. There are no students who leave the parking lot, and it is still quiet because of the enthusiasm. I am used to it since I left in the morning. The parking early in the morning is not too long, and until school can be used for study or breakfast. I could not believe that I was al- already in junior high school for 3 years. Finally, I decided where my goals and dreams were going, and I dreamed that I want to go to high school one Sukoharjo. High school I was also close to junior high school too because it was still one complex. And the day of determining the dream goal of my lifetime has arrived. Before we take the exam, all students are expected to gather in the hall to pray together for the smooth running of the national of the UN and can achieve all of their dream. I also said all my prayer so that Allah would know what I want, and I defining day of my future has come through will pressure. It's time for the announcement, and I thought on out my grades are pretty good, but I also think again about registering to high school when I am afraid if not accepted, accepted. And I start to dare myself to try registration on the last day with the EPS major that I was interested in, and apparently I was shifted and finally accepted in senior high school. Finally accepted into senior high school when Nawasari. I was not disappointed that Allah know what is best for his servant. I also start going to school and study there, and I realized that Allah blessed me to go to SMA 1 Tangsari so that I could join the SNMPTN that I may not have gotten in a high school one Sukoharjo, SMA 1 Sukoharjo. I start to get up and my enthusiasm continue to achieve my goal and dream. And after I reached SNMPTN, I got information that I did not pass. Not escaping SNMPTN is not the end of everything. With failure, I can take, listen, and improve it. I will also be more enthusiastic about studying. For those who do not pass the exam, they should not be discouraged because there are still pathways and independent exams. I also registered for the SPMBN wrote and the written test for IAIN Surakarta. I am currently majoring in sociology because of my interest in sociology and want to enter a public campus. And Allah wish other wish I am not allowed to study at the UN. I am sad, but what else can I wait for? IAIN's independent pathway to major in religious education because I really want to be a teacher and distribute my knowledge to many people. The day of the announcement, I was surprised because I escaped. I cried and hugged my mother. Was grateful that Allah answered all my prayer. To achieve goal and achieve dream is not as smooth as we think. We have to fight and fight because I believe the result will not pay the effort. I never thought that I could study at IIN on a state campus. I am so happy one by one my dream can come true. And with my study at IIN, I hope that my dream to become teacher can be realized. That was just a little of my dream. We all have dreams that we have to make happen, and they all need struggle and work hard. And don't forget to pray to Allah, because without it nothing can happen. I have a beautiful word. I have heard a beautiful word. Yesterday is a history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. I believe in that. So we must try to make that dream come true. My dream is to become a teacher and an entrepreneur in the culinary field because I like to eat. I like to eat because I like to eat. With the journey that I have told you before, I am sure I can make my dream come true. I can only try really hard, and the rest I will leave to Allah because I believe Allah will prove something according to what His servant needs, not what the servant wants. Believe Allah. Dedication is the best and is the most beautiful way. Thank you very much for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.